The connector flange parameter is a parameter that allows us to change the attachment point that a Practicat grill or air device will attach to a Practicat duct entity. What we're going to do is design a quick connection. We're going to say that the connector size is going to be 2 inches, and for appearance, we're going to say that we want it to appear like a flange in connection. Now, if you were to design this type of connection, though on the drawing the appearance would be a flange in, and we're going to cover the appearance section in a second, if you were to attach a Practicat grill to this piece of duct, or the face of this duct, the Practicat grill's neck would not resize to the inside of this flange. It would actually by default attach it to the outside of this flange. So though you have a flange in appearance, if this duct was 36 by 18, the grill's neck would be 36 by 18. However, in the instances where we would like to be able to design a connector and we would like a grill to snap to the face of the connector but resize to the inside flange dimensions, we can use the parameter connector flange. For example, what we're going to do here is take the connector size and make it 0. And for connector flange, we're going to say 2 inches. Now the appearance looks the same. And one thing you should take note is that the appearance, when it comes to connector flange, does not make a difference. Whether you pick TDC, drive and slip, or any other choice we have. When you say 2-inch connector flange, that means that this connection will be 2 inches on the inside face of the fitting. It will not take up any length of the fitting. However, if we go to snap a grill to the 2-inch connector flange, if the duct was 36 by 18, the grill's neck would now be 32 by 14 because we'd lose 2 inches on each side, so 4 inches. So by changing the way you design this connector and by using the connector flange, if you snap a sidewall grill to one entity that has a connector flange, the neck will resize to the inside. If you snap a grill where the connector flange is 0, the connector size is the same value with the appearance flange in, it's actually going to snap it to the outside. So to demonstrate this, we're going to look at 2 connections. First, we're going to take the PCAT connector and we're going to change connector size to 0 and we're going to say connector flange 2. And then we're going to save it. And then what we're going to do is look at the 1-inch flange connector we have over here on the left. And you can see by rotating this connection, what we've got here is this connector has the same appearance, flange in, and it's got the connector size 1 inch. Now the difference between these 2 connectors, from using connector size with the appearance flange in, or just using the connector flange parameter, is if we go to snap a grill or air device to this fitting, once again, it's going to take the neck, and the neck is going to snap to the outer dimension, which is where my cursor is at this moment. So to demonstrate this, we're going to exit out of my library. What we have on the drawing are 2 pieces of duct. The first piece of duct, if we click on it, you can see that the connector is PCAT connector for the in and the out. That is the connector we designed with the 2-inch connector flange. The second piece of duct on the drawing we're going to click on, you can see this duct was placed with a 1-inch flange in on the connector in and connector out. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to basically grab out of our architectural bin one of our sidewall grills. And we go over tutorials on designing sidewall grills. And we're going to click on it and we're going to snap first to the 1-inch flange in. Notice when we click on that duct that the connector, the neck attaches perfectly and flush with the connector. And now what we're going to do is change the face by changing our length and width deltas. And what we've got here is a grill neck that is 20 by 18. It has snapped to the duct, but it did snap to the outside of the duct. It met the duct's walls. Now what we're going to do is come over here to where we've got the PCAT connector. We're going to grab the same sidewall grill. We're going to snap, and then we're going to change the length and width parameters, and this has nothing to do with the tutorial on the connector flange. But notice that when we snap to this duct, Practicat is not snapping to the outer walls. What it's doing, if we put this in orbit, is it is actually snapping to the inside flange, or the connector flange. Notice here that on the one on the left, if you zoom in, you do have an inside flange appearance. But you can see if you follow this blue line that it's actually attaching the grill to the outer walls of the duct. However, with the connector flange parameter, when you snap a grill, it snaps the neck to the inside of the connector flange parameter. Now this flange, regardless of how large or small you make the value, has no bearing on the length of the fitting. So you can see that this fitting here is 60 inches, the one with the PCAD connector on it. The one we did the 1-inch flange in, we made the connector size 1 inch. So we lost an inch on each side of the fitting to create this connector. So all the connector flange parameter really does is it gives us a value to create a lip at which we can snap Practicat grills and air devices to. It is a parameter with a very specific purpose.